Hello everybody and welcome back to the FM23 Youth Academy Guiseley save, and it's, episode 70? I'm not sure. It's been going on a long time and I don't think I've ever said one episode number, so I don't know why I started today. Right, the championship is going as expected, I would say. Let's get into it. Yes, welcome back to the Guiseley Youth Academy only save, and if you're enjoying the series, please do leave a like and subscribe. We're getting, at time of recording, getting ever closer to 8,000 subscribers, which is bonkers, to be honest, because it's just a hobby. So, yeah, it's great. Thank you very much. We are the draw specialist / losing mediocreness / winning a few games here and there. It's enough to keep our head above water in the championship, it seems, what we're doing. Last 5 games, 3 draws, 2 losses, so we're not in amazing form. We're playing Plymouth in today's episode, just at the end of January. But, yeah, a few little spatterings of good results. We beat Hull, we beat Bolton, we beat Brighton, which was massive, to be honest. We beat Charlton, we beat Wimbledon. Loads of draws. Draw with Bristol City, West Brom, Hull, Wimbledon, Sunderland, Coventry. Coventry was the last episode, I think. Yeah, Plymouth, we drew 1-1 last time we played them. So, yeah, not really. It's fine. It's fine? Question mark? It's fine, I think. In terms of the league, 31 points in 27 games, so we're still above the ratio of having more points than games played, which should be enough to keep us in the division. We're not entirely safe. 8 points clear from Hull City down in 22nd, but it's not too bad. Plymouth up in 11th, so sort of within our reach, I guess. We're 8 points away from Plymouth and 8 points away from Hull City, so it's sort of like they are top of this mini 8-point away from us division, which is terrible. That won't catch on. That will not catch on. But we have the most injuries at the moment with 5, joint with Swansea. We have the most injuries, so players picking up a few knocks here and there in the big December-January period. But I'm not too concerned. 8 points is a lot, and Hull really aren't playing very well. I mean, we beat them. No, drew with them. So, yeah, you know, we're losing to the teams at the top of the table, and we're beating teams that are, well, anywhere. But we're beating, if we just get the tactics right, basically, we're beating teams and drawing with teams that are around us so they don't overtake us or get points off us, which is pretty useful. To be honest, the Bristol City game we actually played quite well. We lost narrowly to Cardiff, but we scored 2 goals in the 90th and in the 95th minute. West Brom was a good game, 0-0. Supreme Dave getting sent off in the 97th minute for a second yellow card. Hull City, 1-1. They scored in the 89th, we scored in the 92nd. So we are battling quite a lot with teams as it goes on, but the 85th minute winner for Supreme Dave there, 3-0 against Charlton. We absolutely blew them away in the first half, which was lovely. And we got smashed by Huddersfield as we changed to a 4-2-4 DMAM wide asymmetric AMCR because we had some injuries. It didn't work. It didn't work. We got beaten 4-0, which was a bit of a shame. No updates in terms of facilities or anything like that. The stadium still hasn't made any sort of progress. So, yeah, they're still searching for a site for a planned capacity of 12,846-seater stadium, which is, it would be good if they can find a site somewhere near Guiseley. That would be very nice indeed, but so far, no luck there. Finance looking much better than previous seasons. Halfway through the season, only £108,000 in debt. So I'd say by that, we're going to be probably around about 1.5, maybe £2 million in debt come the end of the season, and then we'll get all of our money in, which will hopefully put us back into the black, and it just allows us to keep ticking off and staying in profit at the end of the season, although we do have a £3.56 million net debt because another loan was taken when the new owner came in, which was always very, very helpful, isn't it? But yeah, that's about it really. The youth intake is here. No, it's not. The preview is here, so let's go and have a look at that. The youth candidates that we've got coming through are not amazing. This is just having a bit of a nightmare here, isn't it? It's still cutting it off in terms of, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get where it says excellent intake to not be cut off. It's a bug in the skin. But we only have one A, and that is central midfielders. We have a lot, looks like a top prospect in central midfield. B for wingers. One of our wingers looks very handy. Striker, a fine prospect. And centre-backs, you know, we don't have particularly good centre-backs. But full-backs aren't great. Wide midfielders aren't great. Intake lacks in goal. Attacking midfielder lacks. So it's a little bit crap this year, even though it still says golden generation. because we're quite poor. These lot need to come through with great personalities. If they don't come through with great personalities and we're getting this sort of intake, Jensen Weir could find himself out of a job at the end of the season, and we could look for another head of youth development. But we'll see how it goes. There's really not much to talk about. We're keeping morale pretty good throughout the squad, even though we're not winning loads of games. As I said, we've got a few injuries with Harding. Graham Cox is out. Jimmy Curran's out. We've got people back from loans, haven't we, that we can re-register into the team. Just for now, Irakoze is back. Steve Bonner is back. And Dave Heaton is back. I don't think I've missed anyone else out from that. So we'll confirm that. Just make sure they are registered. Why is Irakoze? A player's under offer has already played for another team in one season, cannot play in the next match or be eligible for his new club. Okay, fair enough. Goals-wise, goals scoring, we have 8 for All Press, always our top goal scorer. 5 for Harding, he's still doing pretty well. Classy with 3, Stitt with 3, Thorpe with 3, Will Jones with 2. Assists-wise, 5 for Graham Cox, 3 for Dave, 3 for Classy, 3 for Connor, and then people on 2 and 1's in here as well. So, yeah, no one's been... I mean, All Press has been our standout, 7.07 across the season. But, yeah, we're not playing it brilliantly. We're starting to favour the pace of Thorpe up front, but I think we might need to go back to All Press for his goal scoring. But it's been a bit of a struggle. It has been... It's not a struggle. It's where we should be in the Championship. And the things I don't want to get bogged down in these repeatable seasons by having loads of episodes. So we may see the frequency drop. I think I touched on that in the last episode as well. But we'll see how it goes. But today we're taking on Plymouth, who are apparently going to line up in a 4-1 or 4-4-2 diamond narrow. So we'll see how this goes. Obviously, we're just going to go in and exploit all the width. While doing that, we are then going to play with wingers on attack to try and force their fullbacks back. So wingers, wing back. We're going to have 2 more defensive players in here. We'll have one of you as a ball winner, actually, just to chase the ball, and then the playmaker trying to spring the passes out. I don't think I want Supreme Dave in this role. Yes, Cox is injured, isn't he? So it does make it a little bit more difficult because we don't really have a ball player in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just mix this up slightly. Shadow striker there, winger on support, winger on support. Don't worry, we are going to sort the team out in a minute, and I think we will go for the pace of Thorpe. No, we won't. I literally just said we need to get All Press back in the team, so we'll go for a poacher. We're then going to play very, very wide. We're going to play slightly more direct at a higher tempo to get the ball wide quickly. We'll work it into the box. Don't need to pass into space though. We're not going to counter press although we could because they're quite narrow. No, we're not going to counter press the start. We'll get it to the flanks, obviously, and we're just going to start a little bit further back. For now, it won't press as much either. I'm just thinking, do we want to overlap and really try and overload? Yeah, let's overlap as well. Really try and overload them in those weak spots. And we will start... We're away from home, so we'll start on balanced for this one as well. So we should have this box of 4 people that sort of hold position. I'd even be tempted to potentially drop this role in here. Yeah, let's try it. Advanced playmaker on attack. Let's try this so that we've got this sort of... They're going to want to play centrally and we're going to try and exploit the wings. And I think with dropping this person back, then we could go attack again. So we have the front 3 getting the ball forward quickly. Wing backs trying to overlap. This 4 defensive. This guy pushes up onto a counter. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We are still trying new things out. But again, trying to just counteract how I think they're going to be playing. So, in goal, Scott Lloyd, right back, Kaminsky, Johnson, Jones and Faulkner at the back is a pretty good back 4 we've been rocking for a while. Supreme Dave as the ball winner, Connor as the deep line playmaker. Now, Chris Fearon is probably the shout to play in here, which I don't mind because he's got good attacking stats and he can pass the ball as well. Classy on the left will come out, Stitt will come out, and we know that All Press will start through the middle. I think we're going to start Neeson on the right. You can get a little start up there. And on the left... Now, on the left is an interesting... It normally would be Curran. We could put Thorpe out there for his pace. Let's try it. Let's put Thorpe out there for his pace. I don't mind that. On the bench at the moment, Joe P, Morgan, Whittam, the 3 defenders, Healy, Jan Petrick on there. We will go with Shane Stitt. Steve Bonner can add on the bench as well. Heaton can go... Oh, no. Heaton can go on instead of Jan. Sorry about that. Just give us a bit of option. Classy is here as well. We've got a lot of defenders on the bench. Heaton can come off. Classy's going to start over Thorpe as a winger. I like that. I like that. Magnuson's injured. Harding's injured. Cox is injured. Irakoze's illegible. Don't want Petrick. You're not going on the bench. Ben Spence is not going to go on the bench. Don't need Heaton. Curran's injured. Salt's injured as well. That's our team. Let's get into the game. No going back. Once you pick the team, that's it. Oh, yeah. So we need to go and do opposition instructions as well. So opposition in a 4-4-2 diamond. What do you want to do? Because they're going to... I guess you just sort of force everyone into the middle. Even though they've got loads of players here, they're going to try and get these wing backs up, especially Purrington. So let's focus on Purrington. Let's go show him onto his left foot. Always press him. Don't need to tighter mark him. I think anyone that's always got this in here, you sort of, we're not playing with an attacking midfielder though, so don't man mark him for now. The centre mids, we won't trigger a press, but we'll make sure to tackle them hard, show them onto their weaker foot. Bulldog, I think we will man mark because we've got 2 holding midfielders in there. We won't tackle him too hard. Do I man mark the strikers? I don't think we do. Our centre backs aren't the best. See, Kevin Bell's got an average rating of 6.4. I'm just thinking, do we try and use that to our advantage and start the game early on, get lots of shots? I think that's what we're going to try and do. Right, let's have a look. Let's go into it. We've done some opposition instructions. We've set up our team to play. Very disappointing from what it looks like youth preview as well. Not that they're always accurate, but yeah, okay. So it looks like they have changed their formation from their last match, switching from the 4-3-3 DMY to a 4-4-2 diamond narrow. Going hard when tackling Morgan McManus. I mean, when they do this, they need to show you where he plays, I think. Morgan McManus is attacking midfield right, but they're not playing with wingers. So he'll probably be in behind. So we're not going to do that just yet. The risk of giving away penalties, which we love to do. Right. I don't know. Let's go no gesture. Let's go and cause an upset. I mean, we are away from home, so I have faith that we need to dominate the midfield and we need you to score goals, Taron. That is what we need to do. Up front, we need to come out of 2D because we're back on camera. Obviously, I've been playing it pretty quickly as we go, so we'll see how this does. But it's a first highlight for Plymouth. Thorne swings it in. Headed away. All press will bring it down. Kaminski's there. He's going to go wide with it. All the way back to Lloyd. Circle it. Oh, look at that for circling it around. Faulkner. It's got lots of space to run into here. Faulkner inside to Fearon. I'm pretty sure Fearon got tackled by his own man. Jones goes long towards all press. Yardale's there. Bulldog. Through to Thorne. Thorne's in and... oh, it's off the line from Kaminski. I don't know if Lloyd got a touch on it. But off the line from Kaminski. I'm now thinking... let's try and shift them around. Let's try and shift them around a bit. Lloyd to Johnson. Out to Supreme Dave. That's a terrible pass. As Jardel. Purdington. That's not a very good cross. I'm just going to... this might look really slow, but I'm just going to slow this down a bit more. Make it a little bit easier for me to commentate. Lloyd goes long looking for Neeson. Roche heads it. Supreme Dave picks it up into Kaminski. Just go down the line. Just give the ball. Oh, what a ball that is into Fearon. Fearon's through. It's 1-0. Come on. Second goal of the season for Chris Fearon. I thought Kaminski should have just played the ball down the line to Neeson, but that's why we've changed with wingers, because look how much width we're pulling here. We're pulling people. I didn't know where to go, this defender. He tracked the run of Neeson, which allowed Fearon to get in behind, and it is 1-0, and Chris Fearon, with his second goal of the season, does really well. Yes, we will still proceed to try and hold on to the ball a little bit more. So Bulldog is their man of the moment. So yeah, let's go and disrupt his game a little bit more. Let's go and clump him. Let's go and absolutely clatter him. Right, we're 1-0 up. So in theory, we could go slightly more, you know, not defensive, but slightly more reserved, I think is the right word to go for there. As Jardel has the ball, he's going to... yes, Faulkner, good interception. He goes long towards all press. After we've literally said don't do as much direct passing, Faulkner's just thought, nah, get this out. That's a completely free man in the middle of the park. That's 1-1. Wow, that marking was horrendous. Boys at the back, what's happened there, please? We'll see when we see the replay. So Rooney goes back to Whelan, into McManus. We've come out to try and meet McManus, which is Johnson, the centre-back. Not ideal. It should be Supreme Dave there, because this is Johnson's man. I mean, Connor's doing a good job of tracking Baldock in attacking midfield, and Jones is doing a good job of tracking Thorne. I don't want to blame you, Supreme Dave, but you probably should have cottoned on a bit quicker that your centre-back's pulled up. But also, Johnson shouldn't be pushing up as much. So, there's lessons to be learnt. 1-1. 1-1. So, let's get into opposition instructions. Maybe what we're not pressuring them. We're not triggering a press on the central midfielders. Okay. That was a little bit annoying then. Canoes scored it. Baldock was man-marked. Oh, yeah, I think it was McManus that put it through. So, a little bit irritating. 1-1 after getting a lead. Maybe direct passing is the way to go. Maybe that's what we need to do against this team to get the ball wide quickly. That's a good ball in. That's terrible marking at the back post. Who was that? Who's this? Who's that? Fearon. Yeah, you're not known for your height. Oh, why? I might need to go back into my corners then. Free kick defending. Oh, balls. Right. Instructions. Go back to a bit more direct play. Get the overlap on. We're still going to shoot on sight, although it might not be working. So this is the Guiseley shot map. Oh, so this is a goal. This is a goal because it's a free kick within the lines there. There you go. So if it's really close to the D and it's basically within these 5 lines, it's generally always a goal. 3-1. Not ready to go positive just yet. But look at this, man. Maybe narrow is the meta. Again, it was that on FM23 at one point after a patch. They made going narrow very, very meta. But and this is a save, by the way, where I'm not afraid to go meta because it's all about survival and going up the leagues, right? Good tackle. Right, all press. Go. Nope. Yes, Fearon. Good header. All press. Go wide. Classy. You got some pace. You've got some pace. Beat him. He has beaten him. Cross in. It's easy for Rakoba, who has been their man of the season so far, according to my assistant manager. Thorne's drifted wide into Jardel. McManus. Ball through to Baldock, and he's reached Canoes again, and that's a terrible effort from there. Absolutely woeful. I'm wondering if we go to my 3 at the back formation. Jones hits the bar and Jardel puts it behind for a corner. Oh, man. So unlucky. Corner. We need a good corner here from Connor. Come on, Connor. Whip it in. Put a good one in. Connor swings it in. Jones is there. Jardel heads it away, and Purrington will look to counter. Back to Roche. And nothing happening there. I think we're going to change. I think we're going to go 3 at the back. Look, what is going on? That was dreadful. Point the finger. Your performance has been unacceptable. Unacceptable. Not been good enough in front of goal. And then we go to 3 at the back. 3 at the back with 2 ball-winning midfielders to go and pressure. In my head, this should work. Because they're basically playing 3 up front. But let's see how we go. Fairly wide should be fine. We're already exploiting the flanks on this system. We'll give everyone a bit more time. Oh, the only thing I've got at the moment is I've got Andrew Neeson playing centre-back. That is something we need to look into. He's playing as a ball-playing centre-back. Dominic Johnson, Andrew Neeson. Kaminski's on a 6.8, so we can literally just swap these 2 over. Kaminski goes there. I don't really want Johnson as a 6.3. We'll put Jones there. We'll leave it like that because this Connor and Supreme Dave in there is fine. Faulkner left, Neeson right. Yeah, everyone can play. Can play in this system. Just needs to be better, chaps. We just need to be playing better. That is what we need to do. And the problem with playing narrow is that we've got reasonably good wingers and wing backs as Thorne goes over the top. He's not got too much support. Goes back to Purrington into Jardel over the bar. And that's not brilliant from Jardel. But, yeah, I mean, they're playing double Mazzalas, so they're going to be running up into these spaces. I mean, this is a system that could work for us. It really could. Plymouth are all over us at the moment. Thorne in, header on goal from Rakoba. Lloyd with a good save. Good hands from our ever-present goalkeeper. Out to Johnson. Johnson to Jones. Jones goes long up towards Allpress. Flicks it out to Fearon with a good pass. Fearon can hold it up. Here's Neeson. Neeson drops it back to Kaminsky. Into Dave. Kaminsky. Neeson. Neeson back to Kaminsky again. All the way back to Lloyd. Some decent possession here from Guiseley. Jones into Connor. Connor to Fearon. This is good football. Fearon's got runners. Fearon puts it through to Neeson. He can square it. Classy's there, and it's a terrible miss. Oh my God. Some lovely football. Just a terrible finish at the end of it. Connor Johnson goes up towards Classy. Rakoba wins the header. Baldock to Rooney over the top looking for Thorne. And Thorne's managed to bring it down in between two people. And that's the difference, right? We've got Classy who misses from 6 yards. And Thorne brings the ball down, runs between two people and puts it into the side netting to make it 4-1 to Plymouth, which is awful. It's really, really bad. Lots of people are going to get fined after this game. Right, Max Whittam can... Joe P can come on for Will Jones. Dominic Johnson off for Morgan. Faulkner's having a shocker, so he can come off for Whittam, and we'll put Morgan up there. Taron Allpress not playing well. Thorpe on for him. That's 4. We've only got 1 sub left. Supreme Dave's a little bit tired, so let's bring Stephen Bonner, who's back at the club after a loan spell away. Is going to come on. 4-1. It's not been ideal. Supreme Dave into Connor. Up it goes to Allpress. Allpress into Faulkner. I mean, we are exploiting the right... I mean, it's a goal. It's 4-2. We're exploiting the right spaces. I just think we're lacking in goal scorers, in an out-and-out striker. If I could buy one position for this team, it probably would be a proven goal scorer, because... that is what we seem to lack. There's games where we create loads of chances and we draw. And there's games where we are losing 1-0 and create a good chance and just miss it. Like that one from Classy, right? That would have been 2-2 or maybe 3-2. There's Joe P into Kaminsky, out to Neeson, into Bonner. I mean, we play some good football in this shape. Over the top looking for Thorpe. He can't win it. Arosh goes long. Well read by Joe. Up to Thorne again. Webb will pick it up. Into Jardel. Baldock has a bit of space. Turns. Whittam reads it well. Connor. Fearon. Out to Neeson. Andrew Neeson. What can you do? Use your pace. He's got Fearon down the line and finds him. Fearon this time surely squares it. It's deflected. It's not a good cross in. Joe P wins the header. Connor. Out to Morgan on the left. Morgan. Ball in. Cleared away by Wells. Joe P with another good header. And again it comes... That's what I mean. Look, if you look at the XG, it's not going to be too different. It's definitely not going to be like 4 for Plymouth and 2 for us. I think it'll be around about 2 each. But Connor up to Classy, into Thorpe. Fearon's there again. Fearon, he's tackled well by Rooney. Armour picks it up into Thorne. Purrington, who's very, very good at right back for them. Down the line to Thorne, who we know has got some good movement. Thorne, back to Purrington. Purrington, it looks like it could be a 5th this as the ball's in and Lloyd sees it over the bar. But 4-2, I mean, disappointing for a team that's only 8 points above us, I think. But, I don't know. I need to reconsider shapes, I think, and systems. I'm getting a bit, maybe complacent. Yeah, 2.14 to 1.58. So you would argue the game should be 2-1, really, more than 4-2. Got into it a bit at the end, but you don't know how much they let off the hook a bit. They let us off the hook. But Fearon getting 2 goals from... like that advanced playmaker position, and then he got a goal from there, and then he got a goal from the attacking midfield position as well. I mean, I could bollock them there, but I'm not going to because I want to keep morale pretty high. I'll bollock the individuals that need it. So we stay 16th. They close the gap by a point, so Hull must have drawn 2-2 with Bolton, who stayed below us. So not a dreadful episode, but now we're going to plough on through until March and see how we do. And 5 without a win is a little bit annoying. We win in the Youth Cup 4th round, which is good, beating Brighton under 18s. Youthful Guiseley come unstuck. Jordan Baldock, man of the match. I mean, he just generally looks so much better than our players. 33 years old, 6'4", came through the Barnsley youth system, signed by Blackburn. Plymouth paid £12 million for him. We've never had £12 million in our bank, let alone be able to buy a player for that. So 5 without a win, but Faulkner has paid 225 appearances for us, which is very nice indeed. Right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll be back for the next one for the Youth Intake Day, which is always fun. So we'll see you then. I'm out. Cheers.